Hello everyone, my name is the Mr. I Like Food, and today we are going to be taking a look at A Guide to Love, Lost, and Desperation. Now I know what you're thinking. Andrew, why are you reviewing this 10-year-old album when the Wombats are releasing a new album a couple months from now? Well, insert Gorilla's script here. Yeah, there's definitely a bit of deja vu in that respect, but that's not the point. The Wombats are on the way with a fourth studio album, and as a kind of fan, it's not the fourth studio album, is it? 1, 2, 3, it is. The Wombats are on the way with their fourth album, and as a kind of fan, I've heard like 3 of their songs, I'm very interested in seeing what a full album of theirs is like. Obviously, I'll try to review Beautiful People Will Ruin Your Life when it comes out, but for now, let's just take a look at their first album, A Guide to Love, Lost, and Desperation. Now, before we get started, I just want to talk about something regarding my video format. If you watched my Walk the Moon review, you may recall that I said in that video the format I was using was a format I would only use for new releases. But after I finished that video, I realized that not doing track-by-track reviews is not only a lot easier, but also a lot better. So I'm not only going to be doing 2 songs an album like I did in that review, I think what I'm going to do from now on is I'm just going to talk about a couple select standout songs from an album rather than every single track. So with that being said, let's get started with the review. The first song we're going to be talking about is Kill the Director, and man, what a burst of energy this song is. This song's instrumentals are really good, and they help to give the song just a really hyper tone to it. The song reminds you of someone who has just found someone that they're in love with. Which is appropriate because the song is about someone who just found someone that they're in love with, and that's probably why it reminds me of that. I love the delivery of the lines in this song. It's not necessarily the kind of song you want to sing along to because of the beautiful melodies it has, but more like it's a song that you want to like shout along to just sort of join in on the energy of it. This song is a lot of fun and possibly my favorite song on the album. If you're only willing to listen to one song from the album, I would probably recommend that this is the one that you go with. Next up is Let's Dance to Joy Division. This song is the Wombats' most successful song to date, so does that translate to it being the best? Not really. It doesn't really work for me, and most of what it does well is done better by other songs. Its enjoyable energy is done better by Kill the Director, its sad lyrics but happy music is done better by Here Comes the Anxiety, and the instrumentals are good enough, but the same goes for basically every other song on the album. All that really stands out to me here is the bridge, which is admittedly very nice, but I don't think it's enough to separate the song from all the rest. I think if I tried to pinpoint what in this song makes it not click for me, I think it would be the vocal delivery. With this song, it sounds like they recorded the vocals, then shouted along with those vocals, recorded the shout along, and then used the shout-along vocals instead of the original. Would I recommend this song? I don't think I would. If I'm being completely honest, I think this is probably the worst song on the album. I can listen to this song, but I would have to be in a very specific mindset to be willing to do so voluntarily. The next song is Little Miss Pipe Dream, and I don't know about this one. I guess the best way to approach this song would be to take a look at it in the chronological order of the song. So, to start off, the first verse is atrocious. The vocals are not good, the plucky instrumentals don't work, and overall it's just a really, really bad start to the song. The second verse of the song is a little bit better, but it's still far from good. Once the song title is dropped, it goes into this 3-part vocal bit, and this is where I start to have conflict because this little harmony is one of the best things in the whole album. So following that, there's more, well, music. I suppose it would be the chorus, and the fact that there's more emotion to the vocals, it helps to drown out the fact that the instrumentals still aren't that good. As the song goes on, it starts to revolve more around the melody of that 3-part harmony, and the fact that it does so, it really does save the song. So here's the thing. One half of this song is absolutely atrocious, but the second half of the song is really amazing. Now, I can easily look past the bad and enjoy listening to this song myself, but recommending the song to others is a bit more difficult. If you listen to this, there is a good chance that the good will not outweigh the bad for you. Still though, that 3-part harmony is so good, I have to ask that you listen to the song at least once. I originally wasn't going to pay the deluxe version of this album any attention, since all it really is a bad cover, an okay Christmas song, and an okay normal song, but this next song is so good that I had to talk about it. The melody of this song should be trash. When your first 2 measures of vocals, or your first 2 measures of anything for that matter, are an A, then an A sharp, then another A, 9 times out of 10, your song is going to be awful. But whether it be the harmony or the fact that I just got used to the melody, something here made this melody work, and made it work really well, at least for me. This song is similar in a lot of ways to Kill the Director, but I don't think it quite matches the energy that Kill the Director brings. Rather, this song has backup vocals, which are, in my opinion, really good, especially in the chorus and the bridge. Would I say this song is better than Kill the Director? I wouldn't say it's quite there, but it's really close. I definitely recommend you give this song a try. So that's all of the songs that I wanted to look at in depth, but before we take a look at the album as a whole, there are still a couple songs I would like to talk about. I was thinking of giving this section of the video some sort of segment name, but I didn't. So for now, we're just gonna call it really short summaries of songs I wanted to talk about but didn't. It doesn't really roll off the tongue, but I think it gets the idea across. Moving to New York is a song with some of the best instrumentals on the album and some good backing vocals, but it just couldn't grab my attention like some of the other songs could. If you used this song as background music, this would be some of the best background music around, but otherwise I just don't think it's catchy enough to stick. Party in a Forest, Where's Laura is a song with a really smooth flow to it, which I adore, but it's not really an unforgettably great song. It's good, but it's probably nothing more than that. Patricia the Stripper is a pretty good song. If you can get past the fact that a love song to a stripper is a borderline hilarious idea, I think you can enjoy this one quite a bit. And that is A Guide to Love, Loss, and Desperation. How is it? Well, I really enjoyed it, but there are a few glaring issues. The biggest of those issues being that a lot of these songs do very little to separate themselves from the rest. For every Moving to New York or My First Wedding, there's about 3 Kill the Directors, and this causes songs that would otherwise be pretty good, like Lost in the Post or Backfire at the Disco, to become fairly bland. But still, there's something about this album that, even on the sadder moments, it really makes me feel happier on the inside. Overall, this album is incredibly joyous to listen to, and I would recommend it in a heartbeat. Okay, so maybe it'd be more like 4 or 5 heartbeats, but still, this is a really good album that you should definitely listen to. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. The album's positive vibes, seemingly endless energy, and catchy hooks make A Guide to Love, Loss, and Desperation a really fun album to listen to. And that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, and if you would like to see my content going forward, make sure to subscribe. If you have a comment about my content, about me commenting on other people's content, then make sure to leave a comment, because that's what the comment section is for. And yes, I did script that. And with that being said, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.